If you want to turn the heads of your audience and get higher email marketing rates, I'm going to teach you exactly how to stand out in email marketing. If you don't know me, I'm the real Robin Williams. Welcome to this video, and I'm going to be going over 7 tips that you can implement today if you want, or you can take your time and implement one of these throughout the week. Now, before I get into these 7 tips, I like to just be really thorough in my training and let people understand that this training isn't the end all be all, and you can implement this to highly increase your chances of getting more open rates. But ultimately, you want to make sure that you get the foundational things of your email squared away, like a professional email, and make sure that your professional email is set up, because regardless of what you do with this video here, if your foundation of your email marketing isn't set up correctly, you're not going to go anywhere. So if you do need help with that, you can definitely see the resources below to get more help with setting up your professional email account. As well as on the back end of things, you want to know how to write your email and how to grab the attention and hold the attention once that person does open your email. So you want to make sure that you know how to construct an email and end the email with a good call to action so that people can do the things that you want them to do within your email. Resources will also be below for that as well. But this part is really crucial, and I want you to pay attention and actually implement this in your business. There'll be no excuses not to implement this because it's really simple. Anyone can do it. The first thing I want you to do is really seek out some information on when's the best time that you should be sending out emails. Now, you could overall do a Google search asking when's the best time I should send out emails. And you can even ask ChatGPT, like I did a few seconds ago, to say when's the best time to send out emails. But it's a couple of things that you can do, a couple of cheat methods that you can do. The first thing you can do is you can subscribe to people within your industry to see when they are actually sending out emails. And you want these to be people who are actually having success within the same niche as you. And I advise you to create a separate Gmail account and subscribe to their emails. Make sure you open their emails as well. But you want to subscribe to their emails, and you want to see when they're sending out their emails. Now, you can later use their emails for more things to help you with your email account, but just simply try to identify the best time to send it out. This could be different because of your niche. It could be different because of the location of your audiences, but ultimately find one and try to stick with it as much as possible. The next thing is the subject lines. It always has to be talked about when it comes to email marketing. It's probably one of the most crucial things that I'm talking about here, but stay tuned to the end because I'm also going to give you some things that are really going to amplify your subject lines. And it's going to be a bonus training that I'm going to offer you after these 7 tips. But when it comes to your subject lines, you want to be more creative than everyone else. You want to talk about the exciting thing that they could achieve with your services or your products without the crazy negative thing, the dreadful thing that they don't want to do. So how to lose fat without starving, how to build muscle without spending all day at the gym, things like that. You also want to give tips. If you give 3 tips about weight loss or 3 tips about eating better, those things will help your audience be able to gravitate towards your emails and want to know what's actually in it. And even talking about this one thing, you talk about this one thing that's going to help them get the desire that they want, then people are going to ultimately want to know what that one thing is. Let's go over a couple of examples so that you can get a real life idea of what these subject lines could look like. So here I have some simple subjects that most people would create for their products and services and things like that. Your weight loss recipe. Yeah, people want weight loss recipes, but you have to remember that you're competing with a whole bunch of people who have better promises than this. So you want to be a little bit more creative with this. You want to create a little bit more curiosity. And also your free weight loss tips. Yes, people do want tips. They want to know how to lose weight, but again, you want to grab that attention. So let's look at a couple of better examples. This one is how to lose stubborn belly fat without starving. Now, it already feels a little bit more intriguing to be able to click on that. How can I lose belly fat and still maybe feel good throughout the day? So you can already see a huge difference than the other 2 subject lines. The next one is a case study. People like case studies. So this says case study. She ate these 3 special fats and this is what happened. Now we're just kind of appealing to the people who would like to review case studies and get the information from those case studies. And we're also appealing to people who probably are curious as to what these 3 special fats are. And then we're also pulling on the curiosity a little bit more to try to figure out what the heck happened when they ate those special fats. So now they're asking questions in their head and they're more likely going to want to click. This one is 3 belly fat exercises for a flatter tummy. So now we're given belly fat exercises. What is it that I'm going to have to do to get rid of this extra fat? And this last one is do this one thing and lose inches by the summer. So now we're hitting on this one thing, this one secret that they don't know about that will help them lose those inches by the summer. So the next thing I want to talk about is utilizing something that most people don't utilize it on purpose. So almost everybody has the preview text line, and all that is you have your name, who that email is from, you have the title of that email, and you have the preview line. So typically a lot of people write their email and that preview line is automatically pulled into the inbox. So it's automatically pulled to that reader. Some people actually use it, but most people just let it pull the preview line from the body of the email. What you want to do is be more intentional and use the preview text. And I see it as a second chance to grab attention. If you didn't grab the attention on the subject line, maybe this is your second chance to say you want to click this because you might want to figure out what happened on step 5 when we applied this last tip. So let's use those same subject lines I was just working on and add a preview text to it. So this first one is how to lose stubborn belly fat without starving. The preview text will be, I couldn't believe she was eating 6 times per day. And this may come off as interesting or curiosity focused to some folks because, wow, I can eat 6 times per day and still lose belly fat. What meals do I have to use in order to do this? The next one, the case study. She ate these 3 special fats and this is what happened. And the preview would read, day 11 was insane and here's how much she lost. So now I'm having the second chance to say, hey, I know you probably were interested in this case study, but since you didn't click, you might want to click because day 11 gets pretty crazy. You're going to want to know what happened, right? So then you might get a click. So let's keep going. The 3 belly fat exercises for a flatter tummy. Preview. This only takes 3 minutes per day. Now, if somebody was interested, but not interested enough to click because exercises, I don't have enough time to do this, and they can see that they could get it done 3 minutes in the morning before work, then they might have an interest into clicking this email. And the last one, do this one thing and lose inches by the summer. No one is teaching this method, and it's really very similar to this video. I'm going to give you a bonus method that hardly anyone is teaching in this industry. No one is hardly using it, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can get access to that training to get more open rates and get more attraction to your subject lines in the inbox. This next tip is very similar to the last tip, but it is extremely crucial and also slightly different. We're still going to be talking about the subject line, but we're going to be talking about the subject line at a certain stage in your email sequence. So typically you'll see someone land on a page, something like how to lose stubborn belly fat without starving. So you would think that they would actually look for a email that talks about how to lose stubborn belly fat without starving when they subscribe to that email, typically. But some people make the horrible mistake of giving a promise to something and emailing them with a subject line with something else. Even if they're sending that promise within that email, you want to make sure that the subject line of your first email, your promise or your product, even you sold a product to them, you want to make sure that subject line matches what they thought they were getting in the first place. So when they get that email, it should be extremely close, if not matching, the title of the subject of the landing page or the capture page that they landed on. So I should see how to lose stubborn belly fat without starving in my inbox when I subscribe to your email. And the next thing is really simple. Not many people use it. Some people are scared to use it, but you don't want to overuse this and you don't have to use it. But I like to use emojis. It's just a cool, fun way to actually create curiosity, to add some excitement inside of your inbox. It's a cool way to actually just grab free attention, but you want to put emojis sparingly throughout your subject line. So it's not an everyday thing, an every email thing, but ultimately you can just sporadically put emojis in your subject lines to help increase the open rates. This next thing you can utilize, but you want to be careful. So if you're looking at these emails here, screenshot I have of emails, you usually have the from name, the subject line, and the preview text. The preview text, like we just talked about previously. You have the from name, the subject, and the preview text. When you email within your autoresponder, there should be a way to change your from name. Now, again, you want to be careful with doing this. You don't want to change it to something ridiculous or offensive. You don't want to change it to something to where maybe they have no idea who you are. And typically that's probably part of the strategy, but you don't want it to be so extreme that they just automatically start unsubscribing from your emails. So use this carefully and use this sparingly. Literally change your from name. As you can see, my from name is The Real Robin Williams. And if I have been talking about email marketing all week, one thing that I could literally do to stand out in the inbox is say your email marketing coach. I can make this from your email marketing coach, right? And that could be one email every now and then where I switched up the from name just to grab some attention. And when they open that email, you definitely want to make sure that they know it's you. If you put a picture up there, or say if they're somebody that's been on your email list for a while, or you're emailing to a list of subscribers that's been with you for a while, maybe you could just say, hey, The Real Robin Williams here. You state your name at the top so that they know that it's yours, but it can definitely grab some attention. But you don't want to grab the wrong attention. So use it sparingly and use it wisely. All right, this next tip, again, hardly anyone is using this one as well, and it's very simple to set up and very easy to do. But again, just like I stated in the beginning of this video, if you do not already have a professional email, this probably won't work. You definitely want to have a professional email. Go below for the resources if you need to get set up the right way. Now, what you're looking at is a screenshot of my inbox of multiple people, email marketers who are sending out emails on whatever XYZ program. But what you don't see pretty much are photos. So you see almost everyone doesn't have a photo here, and you can see one faintly up there. Another person has a photo, but this is probably one of the easiest and most underutilized things that you can do to stand out in the inbox. People want to see a friendly face of the person, and maybe if your face isn't supposed to be the focus of the business, you want to at least put your logo in this area. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it so you can get this set up as early as today or this week. I'm over here in my inbox, logged into one of my main Gmail accounts, and what you want to do is you want to take that Gmail account and you want to edit the settings. So I just click here on my head, like my profile head picture, and I click on manage your Google account. And this is as far as I'm going to take you, but it's really simple from here. You want to click on your personal information and you will get a display of your personal information. And in that display, you'll have the ability to add email addresses to your list of emails. So you just click on a little pencil and edit it and add your professional email address that you'll be emailing from. And once you get that email address added there, you'll be able to then edit your photo. So right above that should be a place to click on your photo, exchange your photo out. Of course, you want something close up to where people can see your face. You might want to be smiling. You want to come off friendly, and you want to make sure it's clear and a good quality photo. The photo size that I usually use for this is 250 by 250 in something like Canva. And as you can see, I have a GIF for my photo, so you can take it a step further and create a GIF inside of Canva and literally be able to stand out even more. My bonus tip to you, what I'm going to do is show you a little bit of how it can stand out in your inbox, and then I'm going to show you how to get access to this training. We're back here now with the screenshot of these emails, and as you can see, most of these emails, if not all of them, they have the name, the subject, the preview, name, subject, preview. And when you get down to mine, you see the name and then the subject, no preview line. And this adds like a white space fill. It actually helps you stand out a little bit more in the inbox because everybody is stacked with 3 levels of text, whereas yours might just have 1. And you could probably even stand out more if you have a shorter subject line. So say for instance, instead of putting a letter to overwhelmed marketers, I could have put a love letter right there. And that probably would have stood out a lot more than this here, but you can literally use it to stand out. And you can grab that training just by clicking on a video that pops up on this video, and that'll take you straight to it. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I see you on the top. Peace.